What's up guys, Joseph Rakic here from Joseph Rakic Fitness. Today I'm with Anton Danyluk. We're here at Binos Gym in Dubai. We just had a massive arm session. But I thought we'd do another video because Anton is a big believer in the keto diet as well. But maybe tell us your experience with keto diet and why you like it.
Yeah, so first and foremost, that's how myself and Joseph know each other. On Instagram, I've followed Joseph for a long period of time, and I came across the keto diet. I wanted to try it out for more experimental purposes as well. I was getting sick of the sort of same old diet, traditional carbohydrate. I just wanted a change. And I reached out to Joseph because I know he was doing the keto diet, and he actually was nice enough to get back to me and share his knowledge with it. So first and foremost, the keto diet, for those that don't know, is a very high fat, moderate protein, low carbohydrate diet, which puts your body in a state of ketosis. So you start burning fat as fuel opposed to
carbohydrates and glucose.
Yes. I personally believe, after following keto for a long period of time, that's where our bodies are designed to actually run.
I believe that as well. Yeah.
But we've trained it almost to burn carbs as fuel because we've been putting it into our body. And I think we were talking about this, that humans adapt very quickly to things, don't they? So personally, my experience on keto, I found that initially, as always, you drop that water weight from
right away.
Right away. You'll always
just motivating.
Yep.
And people are like, wow.
Yes.
So they actually stick to the diet.
Yeah, exactly. And I think both of us agree with the keto diet. It's not about just solely body composition for us. There's so much more benefits than just body composition. I think if your goal is weight loss or fat loss, it doesn't matter whether you're doing keto diet, it doesn't matter whether you're doing paleo, it doesn't matter whether you're doing if it fits your macros. What makes you lose weight or change your body composition is being
calorie deficit.
That's it. So whether if you're on a 500 calorie deficit with keto diet, or you're on a 500 calorie deficit with another diet, you should technically lose the same amount of fat.
Yep, correct.
But where keto diet comes into play, I think, and I think it's very beneficial, is it's got a lot of different functions, a lot of more powerful functions, such as reducing appetite.
Yes, which is super important when you're dieting.
Of course.
If your appetite's crazy and you want to eat everything in sight, it makes dieting the hardest thing in the world.
Exactly. So it reduces your cravings instantly. That's one thing I noticed. I also found that I had a lot more energy in keto, and that is when your body then starts to burn fat as fuel, opposed to glycogen. So the way that I look at it is, burning fats as fuel is like putting coal in a fire. And burns a lot longer, it burns slower for longer, whereas when you put wood in the fire, which is essentially carbohydrates, it lights up quick.
And then you have that crash. So when you're dieting and you have carbohydrates, you get that energy, and then you get fatigued and you feel lethargic and you feel tired and everything's a struggle. But on keto, you just feel constantly high and sustained and always good.
Yeah, and I mean, I had a great experience on keto, and the only reason that I didn't stay keto, I was doing keto for about 6-7 months, and the truth was I just missed carbohydrates, which is absolutely fine. And I think people think, especially there's a lot of keto advocates out there, that carbs are these bad things, and we don't think that at all.
The carbs are not bad.
They're not bad at all, but
I'm on a very high carb diet right now.
Exactly, and just because you went keto at one stage in your life doesn't mean you have to stay keto
for your whole life. You can change it.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I think, worry that when you go keto, initially you're going to put on all this fat straight after you come off the keto diet, which does not happen if you transition
and keep calories the same.
Exactly. So that's just one thing I want to stress to people that are thinking about keto. Do not worry about transitioning back into carbs. It's not like you're giving up carbs your whole life. You don't have to. You're a big advocate of that. I mean, you go from carbs to no carbs all the time. And I think that's very beneficial for your insulin sensitivity as well.
100%. And exactly what Anton was saying, I could be keto diet, having no carbohydrates, only trace carbs, and then go straight to a high 500 plus grams of carbohydrates per day. And I don't gain any fat. And the reason is because I keep my calories the same.
Yes.
When I put the carbs in, I take away the fat.
Yes.
So it's all about switching your body from fuel sources. And again, I love the keto diet because it has so many benefits. And it's so beneficial for me. So some of the benefits that I experience when I'm on keto, I feel mentally clear, I feel focused, very productive. So when I'm working, I just get through my emails like bang, bang, bang. when I'm on carbohydrates, I get a bit of brain fog and I feel like, oh, where's YouTube? And I just feel that mental clarity in my mind. Also, what you said, you drop a lot of water weight, because your kidneys don't hold onto that salt and sodium because there's a lot less insulin in your body, you just flush out all that excess water weight. So you look leaner, you look better, which is motivating for you to stick to the diet. Also, I lose all my bloating as well. Like when you're on high carbohydrates, your diet's usually pretty high in fiber as well, and there's just so much bloating sometimes it happens. When I go keto, it's almost like my stomach just shrink wraps and shrinks, and I just feel so tight in here. Skin, yes.
So much clearer when you're on keto as well. But I think all in all, both of us agree that the best diet is one you can adhere to. So what that means is one that you can stick to. I'd rather put a client personally on a diet that is maybe 80% bulletproof, like maybe there's a little bit of chocolate bar in there or whatever it may be, but they can stick to that 100% of the time, rather than put them on this 100% clean diet plan that they can only stick to 50% of the time. What's the point?
Exactly, so they'll fall off
and then they'll binge. So for us, it's really about, when it comes to body composition, i.e. losing weight or gaining weight if you want to build, it's all about your calories in versus your calories out. But if you're looking for other benefits such as cognitive function, skin, all the benefits that you get from keto, then I would definitely recommend trying it. I always think you should try keto and give it a go.
100%, try it, give it a go. And you know, if you don't like it, you don't have to do it to lose fat. There's many other ways. Like Anton said, just be in that deficit of calories. And also, like if you don't like eating bacon and eggs and you don't like fatty foods, then maybe keto is not for you, and that's perfectly fine. But if you do enjoy those foods, give it a go, see if you like it, see if you enjoy it. Now most of my clients, majority of them get the best results when they are on keto. Not that keto is superior from fat loss point of view, but it's superior because people can adhere to it longer. As we were speaking about before, when my clients anyway, when they're on a diet that contains carbohydrates, for some reason it's a lot easier to break that diet. They're out with their friends and family, they'll have some chips here and there, but when they're on the keto diet, there's that line in the sand.
It's like black or white, isn't it? It's
so
like you don't cross it.
When they're out with their friends and family and their family offers them some chips or whatever it is, they're like, oh no, I can't have that, I'll get kicked out of ketosis.
Exactly.
So they stick to the diet, and adherence is the key, guys.
And that's another point I just want to touch on with that as well. Just because you're on the keto diet, if you're eating too much calories, you will gain weight. It doesn't matter that keto allows you to burn fat as fuel. Yes, it allows you to burn fat as fuel, but if you're putting extended fats in, it has to burn through the fats before it burns into body fat. So it's not just because you're on keto you're going to burn fat. The calorie control is always important.
100%. And that's what you guys need to understand.
And if there's any man that knows about his keto, I'm sure you've got a free keto guide. Or
I do.
Do your plug.
I appreciate that. So yeah, guys, I do actually have a free keto guide. If you want it, I'll leave it in the description box down below. Download it, it's completely free. Includes all the information you need to know about the keto diet, about the benefits. And like I said, if you want to try it, just try it.
And like we said before, it's not just because you go keto doesn't mean you can't go back. It's not,
I know.
Don't think that it's the dark side and you can't go back. But
it's not like you're joining a religion or anything. Like you can like do keto and then not keto. It's perfectly fine.
100%. But one thing I would just like to add to that is, if you are trying it, I would recommend that you do give it sort of that 4 to 6 week period, just so that you can transition your body from burning carbohydrates as fuel to burning fats. And I promise you, once you start burning fat as fuel, it's a different experience.
And one thing before I end this video, guys, some people try keto and they say they feel terrible, and the reason is because they just remove all the carbohydrates and they don't put any fat in. So basically they end up just running off protein.
So there's no energy.
There's no energy. And their body converts that protein into carbs, into glucose, through a system in the liver called gluconeogenesis. So they're still running on carbs pretty much, just a very low calorie diet, so they feel shit and they feel terrible. So you have to make sure that you actually put fat in your diet. So when I was doing keto, I was putting butter on my steak, you know, I'm having my fatty bacon, I'm having my whole legs, and I'm making sure I get enough fat in there, because fat is now my new energy source instead of carbohydrates. So if you do the keto diet, don't be afraid of fat.
Yeah, and also just in that point as well, there is a phase where you can get the keto flu in the first few weeks, so it's very important that you get a good electrolyte supplement
very important.
as well, just to help you make sure that you're getting your potassium in, your sodium in, and that's vital. Once you take that into consideration, you get your fats in high. I don't really believe you get the keto flu at all.
I never got it. And I was putting pink Himalayan salt in pretty much all my foods, and I felt good, I felt fine, and once you're fully keto adapted, you start feeling better and better and better.
Yeah, so definitely give it a go, give it a little bit of time to let it kick in, and I promise you it'll probably be the most euphoric feeling you've ever felt.
Yeah, I agree with that. Anyway guys, thank you for tuning in, hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, give keto a go if you've never tried it before. And Anton, thank you very much for being in this video, appreciate that. We'll leave Anton's Instagram handle on the screen, so go give this guy a follow on Instagram. He knows his stuff as well, so if there's anyone I can recommend you go follow for some good information, this is a guy you want to check out. I'll also link his Instagram in the description below as well. Anyway guys, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you, bro.
Also guys, I actually forgot to mention one thing. Anton, you probably don't even know this yet, but Tids did the keto diet himself. He lost over 30 kgs on the keto diet. So cameraman, we didn't even mention that. So it should have been the cameraman in the video as well. So yeah, I'll actually put Tids' transformation on the screen. 30 kgs, was it 31 or something? 32 kgs he lost from doing the keto diet. And you tried many other diets before, didn't you? And you always fell off. He lasted like a couple of days and he fell off. Keto diet was the only diet he could stick to. So yeah, well done Tids.